Today's the day, friends. Today, you get to see my MTO. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Oh my God, the day is finally here. The day I know I have been waiting for. I know some of you have been waiting for, both patiently and a little bit of you, some of you impatiently. I apologize for that. Just I guess a little note, as you guys know, we are in the middle of a renovation, and this part of the renovation has been like the most dust I have ever seen in my life, and it's constant. So I really didn't want to unbox this until the dust had settled. It really hasn't, but frankly, I want to use the bag, and I don't feel like I can use the bag until I show it to you guys. And yeah, so anyway, let's get into my MTO. It is finally here. It actually arrived in Chicago in sort of early December, and then, or actually maybe the end of November, it was shipped to the Madison Avenue flagship store, sort of the second week or so of December. I picked it up at that time, then I was traveling, and anyway, here we are now towards the end of 2023. Let's see what I got. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and I love to talk about beautiful things, mostly luxury, and I do those things from the standpoint of someone who is in the middle of her life, as well as someone who is mid-size. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would join us here. Click that subscribe button down below. It is completely free, and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. So a little backstory before we get into the unboxing. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, you're just stumbling upon this video and you haven't watched my other ones. If you haven't watched the sort of lead up and to the MTO process and the whole week of the world of Fendi, I will link that playlist up above. But just to remind you all, Fendi offers to some of its clients the ability to do what they call an MTO, or made to order. Ours, or mine, was done as a part of what they called World of Fendi, which they had here in New York in the beginning of May of 2023. It coincided with the Karl Lagerfeld exhibit at the Met that opened, which obviously showcased, tons of his work throughout his life for both Chloe, Fendi, and obviously Chanel. And it was amazing to see. As a part of World of Fendi, we actually got a private, very small tour with an incredible docent of the exhibit several days before it opened to the public. So it was amazing. I went to this incredible dinner with Fendi. It was unbelievable. The food was literally chef's kiss. And then obviously as a part of it, I got to do my MTO. I want to give two special thanks. First of all, one to my incredible sales associate, Brandon, who unfortunately is no longer with Fendi, which makes me very, very sad. But he was with me during this process to help me, make some decisions, and he has just been a huge part of my love for Fendi. His love for Fendi is never ending, and I wish him all the best in his new endeavors. He is currently with Bottega, but like I said, will forever be a friend regardless of where he is. And the other special shout out is to Jamie from Luxe Petite. I will have her channel linked below. But Jamie was my +1 during this whole event. So she flew in from Chicago, which is where she lives, and joined me for the dinner and the tour of the Karl Lagerfeld exhibit, and obviously during the made to order process. So thank you, Jamie, for coming along this adventure with me. It was great to have you there, and it was so nice to have a friend and somebody who understands and gets luxury to help me through my process at the very least. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. So as I sort of go through this, I will remind you, and when I get into the actual unboxing, I'll pop up some footage. So as you recall, I did film a little bit of when I was presented this bag by Ross, who is my sales associate at the flagship store. He will now basically become my official sales associate now that Brandon is gone. But he presented this to me, and I was so glad I did. Ross is just an amazing sales associate. He remembered meeting me like one time when I was here in June. And when I came back here, when we had moved, I had come in to have an alteration done at the Madison Avenue store. And he came out and this is like 6 months later. And he was like, wait, I know you. You live in Kansas City, right? I was floored. Anyway, he is amazing. He moved from Beverly Hills, from the Beverly Rodeo Drive store. And I know that Madison is extremely happy to have Ross here. But anyway, so MTOs, as you can see, come in these special boxes. So it does actually have a handle on the top, and instead of being yellow, they are this kind of cream with the black writing on it. So yeah, Ross presented this to me. Before we open this, I will pop up a few pictures of what I was contemplating. So if you remember, or if you don't, I'll refresh your memory. One bag I was looking at was the denim baguette with the croc trim. The second was the pink peekaboo in the stingray, or what they call galusha, in the mini size. And the third one was the all beaded multicolor baguette. So of those three, my bag is in here. Stop the video for a moment, pause. Based on the previous video when Ross was taking it out of the box for me, and what you see here, what do you think that I got? All right, let's see. I've only seen it that one time, you guys, so I am very excited to see it again. Let's see here. Am I doing this right? Hold on. Oh, no, I'm doing, okay, that's interesting. See, lift it up here, even though the Fendi then is upside down. That doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I digress. All right, so is this the right way? Okay, so as you can see here on the box, there is, slide that back in, there is a handwritten note that everyone gets from Sylvia Fendi, which says, enjoy your bag, Sylvia Fendi. So that's just, you know, it's a nice touch that Sylvia handwrites these notes and puts them in. I mean, obviously they're not like super personalized or whatever, but it's a nice touch. And on the dust bag, you can see it says for Lisa, and actually has my last name there, so I have my finger over that, but the dust bag is also personalized. But I got the, oh God, I'm so excited. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. You guys, I haven't seen it since Ross showed it to me, and oh my God. Okay. My sweater might be a little bit of a hint, but I got the pink mini peekaboo in the galusha or stingray. And I did it with the palladium or silver hardware. Oh my gosh, it is so, so beautiful. Look, look. It's a real Barbie pink is what I would call it. This I would say is a little more like hot pink fuchsia. This is a true Barbie pink. Now I believe if I look at the sketch, and if I looked at my order, I did go back in my emails and looked at the like order form for it, and it does say fuchsia, but to me this is not fuchsia. Fuchsia pulls more purple to me. Like I said, this is a true Barbie pink. But look at the shine. You guys can see my ring light in it. That's how shiny this galusha is, and I love how pronounced this. So this is very characteristic of galusha, that it has this kind of white down the center. This is obviously the skin of the stingray. Obviously the back is kind of the same, you know, obviously this is a natural skin, so no two pieces are going to be exactly the same, but it is absolutely beautiful. There are 4 feet on the bottom. And look, Fendi still does raincoats, Hermes. So I just heard I was watching a video of somebody who was unboxing a quota bag, and I guess the reason why Hermes is not doing it is because of the plastic and they're trying to be more environmentally conscious, but you know what, I would still like the raincoat, thank you. So here is the strap, and again, I will insert some pictures here, some footage that Nick took of me after getting the bag and trying it on, so you're probably seeing my like reactions here. But anyway, this is the strap. Let me take this out. So as I'm taking this out, what you don't know, but what Jamie does, is I really went into this MTO process wanting a pink bag. It was kind of my, I mean, it didn't have to be pink, but that was really where my heart was leading. So anyway, so here is the, as you can see, the strap is also in Galusha. And again, you can see the silver hardware there, which does say Fendi on it. I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not, but hopefully it is. These you just push like this and it goes on. And Fendi did update these a couple years ago, and these do swivel. So the ones that are on my cream color peekaboo do not swivel, but the circles on my denim peekaboo do swivel, which is a much nicer feature in my opinion. So let me take this out. So you can see here, there is a tag, but there is absolutely nothing on it because it doesn't need to say anything on it. And then I will show you, hopefully you'll be able to see, because it is kind of down in there. So the peekaboos have a one slip pocket on this side, but on this side, where there is a zipper pocket, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see in there, but do you see the silver plaque there? That says Fendi, and then my name, and then made in Italy. So I just think this is absolutely stunning. We are going to take off the stickers because clearly I am never selling this bag. This is my bag. So yeah, let's just go ahead. I don't know if I'll do it on camera because it may take a little while because it's all over everything, but let's take this one off together because that will be satisfying to be able to see the hardware. Okay, we ready? So, oh, look at that. Look at that shine. Oh, so beautiful. And you can actually see the turn locks say Fendi on them. So there's one on each side. So, you know, if you want, you can wear one side closed and one side open. So if you're trying to protect some valuables, you know, you could keep that side locked so it is secure. I was really interested in getting a Galusha bag. The only other item that you could get Galusha on was the small baguette clutch like trunk that Dale has. And I talked to Dale a little bit about it ahead of time because I knew it was one of the options, because I got a lot of sketches ahead of time from Brandon and it told you like what different leathers were available and, you know, kind of what your some of the different options were. And I did go into the Fendi men's store in Saks to try on the I think it's the trunk clutch, or I don't remember the exact name, but anyway. And Dale warned me that it's really small, that it's a really small bag. And so as much as I loved it and I really considered doing it in the Galusha, I thought, you know what, you love the peekaboo. It is one of your favorite styles from Fendi. Just do it. So let's talk about maybe what might be the elephant in the room here. And that is the fact that Fendi came out with a pink Galusha bag in the petite size, in the petite ICU. Did that make me mad? Yes and no. You know, obviously Galusha is a part of their regular collection, just like Croc is a part of their regular collection. So, I mean, from that standpoint, yes, if I had done that beaded baguette, for example, you know, they're probably never going to do something like that in the regular line. It's just kind of too out there and too labor intensive and whatnot. So when I saw it come out, I was a little concerned because, first of all, I couldn't really remember the color of the bag. I mean, I knew I picked pink, and so I was a little worried. I thought, you know, okay, I could have I mean, it's not half price, but was like 2/3 or so of the price of what I paid for this. Now, granted, this is a bigger bag, so it should be more money. What they call iconic mini peekaboo is more than the petite ICU peekaboo, just to start out with. So, you know, knowing that helped a little. And the other thing is that I really have yet to become a fan of the petite ICU. I love the way it looks. And I tried it on again during this like winter collection that just recently came out, because I tried it on, I think, in the burgundy lizard. Was it the lizard or python? I can't remember. And then they also had it like in that forest green. And I just think it's a tiny bit too small. The way my phone has to fit in it is really kind of awkward. And even though it's a tiny bit awkward to get my phone like in my mini Capucines, and they almost look like they're the exact same size, just some reason, I think because of the sangles, and even if you undo the sangles, it just, I don't know. I just haven't found myself feeling comfortable enough to get a petite. So the fact that this was in my favorite size of the peekaboo, which is the iconic mini peekaboo, and the fact that it's got feet on the bottom, etc., you know, I felt like they're definitely different enough. And this is a totally different color than what came out in the fall collection that, for example, Dale has. So Dale has the, I do believe it is like a fuchsia. And like I said, it's the petite. So it is a completely different bag. I think you just have to know with Fendi, or honestly with, I think with any house, except for Hermes, when you do a special order at Hermes, it's the same price. So if you're getting a Togo, you know, Birkin 30 in a special order with Hermes, you're gonna pay, you know, if I don't know what they are now, let's say they're $11,500. I'm making up that price. I have no idea if that's current price. But if that's how much it is to buy just a, you know, a gold with gold hardware that you get offered, that's how much the special order is gonna be. But I'm pretty sure that any other house, MTOs or made to order or special orders, whatever you want to call them, a la carte, whatever, again, are there's a premium on them, right? And that's the fact that it's literally, they're making it for you. Now, obviously you could argue, well, the same holds for Hermes, but they charge you the same price. I agree. They just do things a little bit different there. In fact, you don't pay anything ahead of time when you do a special order with Hermes. You actually don't pay until you pick it up, and you can decline it. You can say, I don't want it, and then they just sell it to somebody else. It's kind of an interesting concept. But these, you know, in the whole process, and because it was part of World of Fendi, it's just part of the experience. And so you have to know going in that you are going to pay more than what you would pay if they did a similar bag in the regular line, but they are mass producing those. Now that's obviously, again, with a, you know, air quotes around mass, because, you know, they're still hand making them and whatever, but they're obviously making a lot more. You know, when they made this, probably nobody else picked this exact bag. So, you know, they had to source this particular stingray or galusha material for my bag, which is different than obviously sourcing a ton of the fuchsia or, you know, burgundy galusha that they did this season's bags in, right? So it makes it obviously more economical for them to produce those bags than it is to produce this bag. But I am just thrilled. It is just the most beautiful, like I said, shade of Barbie pink. And I'm really, really glad that I got this one. I will still consider getting that beaded one, you know, maybe in the future. I obviously have the sketch and they've got the specs on it, so I could potentially order it during another MTO process. We'll see. That's not part of my planned budget for 2024. So yeah, I need to just sit with this one, I think, for a while. But that beaded one really, really had my heart. It really did as well. The denim one, not so much. And you know what, I think about it now, I think there was a fourth one that was in maybe the raffia. I think that kind of like two-tone raffia. I don't think I was ever really considering that. It was really down to the denim, this one, and the beaded one. So yeah, this is it. So excited. It's just, this galusha is absolutely breathtaking, you know, and the fact that it has my name in it and everything, yeah, it's just an incredibly special bag. My only regret is that Brandon was not the one to present it to me, but, you know, I have to get over that. And if I had to pick anybody else to present it to me, I was so happy that it was Ross, because like I said, he is an absolute amazing sales associate. So if you are looking for a Fendi sales associate in the New York area, would highly recommend Ross at the Madison Avenue flagship store. But that is my MTO, guys. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Were you surprised? Did you think I was gonna get one of the other ones? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, I would love it if you would click the thumbs up. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, like I said, I would love to have you here. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers, and I would love to hit that mark by the end of the year. That was my goal, and then I can unbox another very special bag. Definitely not as special as this, but still pretty amazing. So if you can help me out with that, I would appreciate it. It's free. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell below. If you haven't had enough of me yet, I will pop another video up here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or weekend and a very happy holiday season. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.